This woman is the new terror of Korea. She has been accused of ending the lives of several men, and she did it all with the help of ChatGPT.
The suspect in the serial motel deaths, Kim, 20 years old, was arrested on the 10th.
I know this news sounds crazy, but it's completely real, and I'm bringing it to you before it goes hyper-viral in the West. And it turns out that this woman allegedly ended the lives of up to 3 men in South Korea. And it could have been 4 since she had tried to kill her ex-boyfriend. Just imagine, we're talking about a serial killer. And yes, this is her face. I know it's crazy, isn't it? A lot of people are obviously saying that she's really beautiful and all that, which is why this news is going so viral. Actually, let's see what she really looks like. Since these photos are made with artificial intelligence, I'll show you in a moment. But it turns out this is her real face. Still, she's beautiful. So this girl convinced men to go out with her, took them to hotels, they did their thing, but that's where she finished them off. In fact, here we can see more photos of this girl. Look, this is what she looks like. Incredible but true. And yes, this girl is being accused of finishing off 3 men. Please pay attention. The South Korean police arrested Kim, 21 years old, in a case that has gone viral on the internet. She is accused of supplying prohibited substances in lethal doses to 2 men and leaving another in a coma after allegedly giving them drinks with benzodiazepines in motels in Seoul. Just imagine this madness. Now, the 3rd man in a coma, apparently at the time I am publishing this video, has already lost his life. So there are already 3 victims. Investigators claim that she previously researched lethal doses on ChatGPT and had already tested the method with her boyfriend. In December 2025, who survived, claims that she targeted men she believed had wronged her. Look, I want you to understand this madness. This woman ended the lives of these men. And still, she played the victim, saying that she believed these men had wronged her. Somehow, in some way. Just imagine that. I mean, this woman is looking for a way to sell herself as the victim. A story that obviously doesn't make any sense, that has no coherence at all, but just so you understand this person's logic.
Kim has denied any intention to kill, claiming she only wanted to put the victims to sleep and didn't know they would die. What's going on? 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 What's going on?
Which obviously has been disproven.
But the police, based on her confession of increasing the dose after the first crime and the forensic analysis of her phone, concluded that she was fully aware of the risk of death.
It's worth clarifying that this woman was fully aware of what she was doing, even though she claims she didn't know, even though she claims she wasn't trying to harm these men. It turns out she was clearly aware. In fact, she even asked ChatGPT about how to do what she did.
It was also confirmed that Kim repeatedly searched for information about the drug's dangers. The police obtained records that, after the first crime, Kim searched on GPT, a generative AI program. What happens when you take too many sleeping pills or mix them with alcohol?
Careful, I know some of you might think that maybe ChatGPT made a mistake and gave a crazy answer, had its hallucinations, but no, ChatGPT, it told her and warned her about the dangers of what she was doing. And even so, she decided to go ahead with her plans. Not once, not twice, but 4 times. Because let me remind you that her first attempt was with her ex-boyfriend.
Despite receiving warnings from the AI about the danger, Kim went on with her crimes, so the police charged her with murder. Based on these findings,
now this girl could spend the rest of her life in prison. In fact, they tell us here, she was arrested on February 19th. She is accused of putting sleeping pills in the drinks of young people, killing 2 and leaving 1 in a coma. Let me remind you that the one who was in a coma has apparently already passed away. She insists that she only attacked men who harmed her. Once again, the same nonsense. There is no justification for what she did, none at all. This woman deserves to end up in prison, and I don't care if people say, no, but she looks very pretty. Look, to begin with, these photos here, which are the most viral and where she looks the best, are actually photos made with artificial intelligence. You might ask, how am I so sure? It's very simple because this style went viral in South Korea just this December. Seriously, in December, a lot of girls in South Korea shared photos like this on Instagram, which were made with AI. In fact, I'm going to show you the next video. Look, it's a tutorial for AI portraits in the snow with an umbrella. That's right, with an umbrella. Just look at this.
The method is very simple. I'll show you in 3 seconds. Look.
Okay, just so you get an idea. Basically, I grab this and put myself here. Look at how I look here with the umbrella and everything. And yes, that's why I know these photos were made with artificial intelligence, because they went viral in South Korea and several other Asian countries. So basically, this girl doesn't really look like that. She actually looks, let's see, in this other way, which is still pretty, yes, but obviously not as much as in the other photos, right? I mean, I think there's a pretty clear, pretty noticeable difference. And even so, even if she really looks like that, nothing justifies what she did. I don't care if she's pretty or attractive, it doesn't matter to me. This woman is a criminal, she's a delinquent, and she should go to prison. What she did is unjustifiable. There's absolutely no justification. And it can't be possible because right now we're going to look at a lot of people's comments on the internet. A lot of people are adoring her, they're loving her just because she's pretty, and please hold on because this is crazy. Here this person quotes, "She insists that she only focused on men who hurt her. Yes, I want to hear more from her, to know more about what happened to her." And here they say she surely had a reason. It's not fair to punish her, guys. We live in a Sims world. It's just unbelievable. I mean, they say she surely had a reason to do what she did, but it turns out she didn't. She didn't have one. And it's already been proven that this woman lied in her statements. I mean, this woman is a liar, period, and she deserves to be in jail. Nothing justifies what she did, but incredibly, there are people who apparently are trying to defend her, guys. So I think it's crazy what we're seeing, and now I want us to look at a timeline of everything that happened. Pay attention. The reported incidents began in December of the year 2025. The first documented attack was against his then-girlfriend Novio, who survived after losing consciousness for several hours. Incredible. A university professor from South Korea stated in interviews collected by various media outlets that this first event served as an experiment, so that the woman could verify the effects of the benzodiazepines that had been prescribed to her for psychiatric treatment. Incredible. I mean, is this crazy or what? Later, what she did escalated. On January 28, the first death was recorded in a motel in the Korean capital, followed by a second case using the same method. On February 9, the Shoshin newspaper reported that the suspect had doubled the dose of drugs after the first fatal incident, which reinforces the theory of a systematic criminal behavior. Please, pay attention to this. During the raids, the police found a variety of substances that suggest the woman might have already been planning future attacks against other men. In other words, this was just beginning. This woman was going to do even more. Just imagine what I'm telling you, a phenomenon on social media and a psychological profile. Obviously, the photos went viral quickly in the professional field. The analysis of the accused's psychological profile reveals information about a complex personality. A professor suggested that Kim might suffer from an impulse control disorder. Additionally, accounts from people close to her mentioned that the young woman had a history of theft and academic difficulties after being expelled from the institute. In other words, this is a person who already has quite a few problems. I mean, obviously she wasn't a normal person, she was a problematic person and someone who has also lied in her statements. Do you see? I mean, this woman claimed to be a victim, but how could she be if she was already planning to do it again, over and over? I'd like your opinion. Thanks for watching and see you next time.